Hello there, Bernadette here to do a quick Facebook Live for you on the subject of persistence. Now, persistence is an interesting quality, an interesting ingredient, because honestly, I would say one of the most important ingredients for success in business and in life is persistence. You know, just the very fact to keep going where other people would give up or get discouraged immediately gives you a massive advantage. But I want to talk about the type of persistence. And this came about because over the weekend, I had a conversation via a friend of a friend. And this was someone who was starting a new business as a sideline, which is tough enough in itself. You know, it takes a lot of energy to get a new project, a new business off the ground. And if you're doing it while working a full-time job, or if you've got full-time responsibilities like raising a young family, for example, it's even more of a challenge. So this person was looking to get the business off the ground and had been working at it for 3 or 4 months and had no paying clients. And this person was saying, well, I know that if I can just get 8 paying clients, I'm going to be where I want to be by the end of the year. And so you would think that, this person was their attitude was, well, I just need to keep doing what I'm doing and eventually everything's going to come together. And my input to this conversation was, that's not necessarily how it works. And I'm speaking from experience here because I can remember early when I started my business, I just thought that if I just kept at it, if I just kept going, that sooner or later I would just hit my lucky break. And then I realized that it doesn't actually work like that, because if you're doing stuff and there's no evidence that what you're doing is working, why on earth would you think that carrying on that vein or just doing more of that is going to get you there eventually? I remember years ago hearing the story of Colonel Sanders, and there's this story about how when he was looking to sell his fried chicken recipe, he went to, I don't know, about like 600 restaurants before he got his first sale. And this is often touted by motivational speakers as this great example of why you should never give up. And I remember at the time even hearing that going, huh? Like really 600 restaurants? And we're applauding this as a sign of like persistence? To me, like, what was he not learning after the first 100 meetings that he could have used to improve at least his sales presentation? There's some element of feedback missing from that story, because if you are persisting just on its own without taking or paying any attention to the feedback you're getting, then there's no guarantee that you're ever going to get where you want to go. But if you persist, and part of your persistence is taking on board the feedback you're getting and then course correcting as necessary, then your success is not just probable, it's inevitable. So my advice for this friend of a friend was, look, you really need to look at what actions you're taking and this assumption you're making that if you just carry on doing more of that, you're eventually going to get results. You really need to check that out, because right now you haven't got any paying clients. So what is your evidence that continuing on this vein will lead to paying clients? And I wasn't saying that to be negative, just to like pinpoint, okay, well, where, just let's look more closely at what's actually happening. Like, are you getting feedback from people going, yes, we're interested, or we're interested, but now's not the time? And so they may well be a paying client down the line. You need to dive into the feedback you're getting to get an accurate read on what's really going on, so that you're not just propping yourself up with, positive thinking and, just keep going and eventually I'll get there. You actually have to be incorporating the feedback you're getting. So that inspired me to come and share this message with you. And I hope I've given you some clarity. I hope I've helped you to be a bit more discerning about the things that you carry on doing and the things that you don't. And I'm not here to pour water on persistence. I know it's really, really important to persist at anything, but my friend, it's how you persist that really matters. So if this has helped you, please leave a comment. Would love to hear how you're taking this on board, and I look forward to seeing you soon on a Facebook